Hello, it's me again with my awful voice. I'm here to talk about a project I've been working on called Take Cover. It's basically just a one chapter game, and this is the beta I'm going to play and walk you through it. I wanted to emulate something that was a lot like a PlayStation 3 Naughty Dog game, meaning a lot like Uncharted 1. It would have a lot of combat in it and sometimes you'd have a companion with you. This early part of the game has a companion, and I've even got interactable doors that when you go to the door, the companion follows you very closely because they can get lost very easily in this. And I'm not afraid to admit it. But yeah, as I said, if you do triangle in stealth, it does this fancy knife kill animation. And then triangle again is to loot bodies. I made the gameplay loop like as simple as possible. You kill a buddy and then that's where you get your item pickups. And that's doing that whole part stealthily. I wanted to include some areas where you can in fact do stealth, like the later Uncharted games, but there are Uncharted 1 areas in this game. For example, this area you are forced to actually go into combat. So let's just do that and see. Let's see how the ally operates, the companion. He's basically the same coding as the enemies. I just switched him to look and fire at enemies instead. Good job, dude. He's hitting them. He can actually melee them as well. So if I get him up close, come on, get closer. Come on. Oh, he just wants to melee me. Come on, punch him. Yeah. Get him, get him, get him. Hell yeah. Of course, it takes forever for the companion to kill anything, but that's just the way the game is designed. You have to put in the work to kill the enemies, and I'm not, like, upset about that. You can do, like, a finishing punch move like that if you get him at the very end. Yeah, this area can be entered stealthily if you properly do stealth, but these guys have seen us immediately since we were very loud and just standing out in the open. Oh, nice headshot. Sometimes when you jump over a piece of cover, he'll do the little spinny move like that. I just thought maybe a random action, like a random like fancy action move would be fun to incorporate. Yeah, this is like a miniature set piece where you can't pass at all. You have to kill this guy or just run past him, but I'll kill him because it's more fun. There we go. I also got ammo crates in areas where you have to kill someone, otherwise you might get stuck. But yeah, there's still a way to get stuck in this, but you have to play pretty sloppily. Anyway, here's a little cutscene. I went with a PS3 style transition where it looks like it changes to a pre-rendered video, but he's basically just saying you have to plant bombs on this building and we'll make it all the way up there. So I pretty much just made this cutscene up. Like I put this was the last thing I made was this little cutscene test. Anyway, so you have to go on your own now, and we can come back to him and he'll say like, "See you soon." And then we enter like a lone segment. We got to get all the way up to that building, and we have to travel in real time basically, and there's combat encounters along the way. I have logic programmed so enemies can follow a set path with just an action recorder and a tag. They follow an action recorder on a tag. And if I stealth this guy, or oh no, I got seen by the other guy, we can do this part action if we want. Come on. Come on. Punch him in the throat. There we go. Boom, boom. Alright, we enter this door. and then we reach this large combat arena where you don't have to kill everyone, but it's fun to do so. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him in the head. Oh no, I've got no. Oh no, the other guy saw me. Anyway, so let's enter this combat area. I love when you shoot this guy here. He falls off the railing, and I'm glad that that happened. Like, I didn't program him to do that, he just does it. Punch this guy to death. I did all the choking and grunt sounds myself. I just pitched them up and down for different characters. And here we have two guys and a turret. The turret fires like once every couple seconds. Like, it fires for a few seconds, then for a few seconds it doesn't fire. I mean, that's what it would usually do, but apparently it bugged out, so we got lucky. Ah, grenade! Yeah, that turret's a bit of a butthead, and I don't know, I'll have to look into that, but yeah. Let's headshot that guy. Look at his fucking death pose. Anyway, get more ammo. And shoot this guy. There we go. And now we make it up the ramp. Do some looting. Right, got some more ammo. Once one of the ragdolls landed in like the Family Guy death pose, and I had quite a laugh at that. So we jump over here, and then we are inside some kind of like museum type area. I just took that sculpt from the Dreamiverse. Let's stealth this. So as I was saying, all the paths that the enemies follow is just an action recorder on a tag that they follow. So you can set it to like ping pong, so it like goes back and forth a single patrol route. Because not all the enemies are like spawned in and programmed at once. They are emitted by a secondary like function. Like as I get closer to these default cover objects, like they spawn in their full like programming. Because if I spawn all these crates at once and they're all programmed to work as cover, then the game would just slow down to a crawl basically. So now only the ones that you're close to will be spawned in, which means when enemies are in combat and they want to take cover, they'll take cover closer to your location. That's a little side effect of it, of spawning in the cover around the player in a radius. So it's like fake AI. The AI in this is just like one of the most simple third-person shooter AIs I could have made. And that's because it's like everything you're watching right now is like about to push limits. I will get final art done, hopefully. Like one of my friends have been asking me if I want them to do final art for something, so maybe this will be it. Anyway, here's another cutscene technology. This is just the player, instead of an enemy following the enemy's path, the player follows the same kind of path as an enemy, and it looks like a little seamless cutscene. And it gives us a little intro to this small combat area, so I'm just gonna silent kill this dude. Ugh. Headshot that guy. I should have mentioned there's a dodge mechanic. If you press L2, it's kind of like the roll in Uncharted, but it's just like a little dodge instead, like Alan Wake, sort of. Not exactly like Alan Wake, but I just thought, I don't know, Uncharted and The Last of Us mashed into one. Maybe we could have toggleable crouch cover instead of sticky cover, and instead of like rolling, it's just like a little dodge thing. And I thought that was quite original. Alright, time to arm the bombs and get out of here. This is the building that they looked at in the cutscene. And as you've seen, there's been no... except for that one cutscene, it's all been one singular straight playthrough. sometimes cutscenes, like cutscenes, I have to reset the scene and load it again because cutscenes use up a lot of like wires and logic chips. So the cutscene only exists when the cutscene is playing. That way I can have more enemies at once, etc. Oh, oh. Oh shit. Grenade. This part is actually a bit slow because I've got the max amount of enemies. Let's grenade them. Come on, ragdoll, ragdoll. Nice. I love that. Also, this game has regenerating health, by the way, so that means I don't have to spawn health pickups and stuff. That saves a lot of space, which I need for spawning enemies, because each enemy is like, oh no, I didn't get his. If you shoot them when they're about to throw a grenade, they drop it at their feet like Uncharted. Or The Last of Us and the Molotov guys. You know what, I'm gonna grenade this dude. Fuck, This level, this segment, it beats me like a lot. It's quite challenging. I'm not entirely sure if you can do it stealthily. You can kill most of the enemies before you can arm the bombs. But the fact that this challenges even me is quite amazing. Let's stealth this guy. Got him. Let's get this bomb. You know what? I'm going to use the shotgun. I haven't used the shotgun yet. Got him. Let's get this guy right in the head. Oh, and he didn't die. Nice glitch, buddy. Nice job, me. Okay, I gotta wait for him to stop shooting. I made that mistake too many times. There we go. Alright, let's do the last bomb, and there we go. Final cutscene. And that was my first attempt at a completely original third-person cover shooter game. Like, probably one of the only indie cover shooters I've ever seen. Like, I searched for some, I couldn't find any. So yeah, you can play this right now in Dreams. There's a link to In Dreams in the description, and hopefully you check it out yourself. And yeah, that's it. Goodbye, and see ya.